Welcome back. We are continuing the Misfortune. This is episode 7. And in my last video, we talked about, for about an hour, I talked about using oracles, figuring out a system I could continue using. There was one comment. So far, there's only one comment, but there's one commenter that recommended this. So you can buy it through drivethrurpg.com. It is the one-page Mythic Game Master emulator. This thing is fantastic. Now, it's a simplified version of, I believe it's the simplified version of the actual Mythic GM emulator's fate chart system, I think, just based on the observation there. Now, ironically, in that video, I was talking about using a percentile die with the D10 and D100 um, rolling for chance, for percentage. This pretty much kind of does the job. So if our character needs to set up camp, which we will get to that, then I'm going to ask the Oracle. We are in a mountainous terrain, so we need to seek a safe place to set up camp. Are there likely any spots nearby to set up camp? And I say, if we're just at the foot of the mountain range, probably likely. I'm going to say likely. So 73 would be, we have to look at a likely row here. 73 is unfortunately no. So we would have to keep scouting. That's just an example. Now I'm going to keep this little guy, and there's also this chart of discovery meanings. So if I were to roll a random event, which we would probably do it sometimes, you roll a double, ask you, and then you roll a double. If you ask the GM, roll a double digit number, 11, 23, 34, then you generate a random event. So, which the chances of rolling a double number is, well, those 4. And, it's, oh, I did actually 66. Ironic. Wait, I'm sorry, 69. Giggity. Uh, so if it was a double number, but I might just go to this anyways to do a random event. But again, this is the oracle I'm going to use for this episode. And then I have on standby, I bought through drive-through another table system. This one is going to be, this is Starforge. This is going to be for the sci-fi epic I have coming up here. But then the counterpart was the original. I don't know if I showed you guys already, but this is the Iron Thorn oracles. There is a bunch of oracles that I'm going to use for this if I have to. If I have a brain fart, which is quite often, then I'll use that. This one is a lot. The Starforge one for sci-fi is like double the size. There's a bunch of different things. I'm so eager to start the sci-fi one soon. So, however, we have to work on this one, but I don't want to rush this either. Will I have both going at the same time? Probably. Now, let's get back to this. So, Breglor was dealing with the fisherman family, and I'm calling them fisherman family, but they're not actually, that was just a nickname I gave them. They are actually called, they have their name here somewhere, one of our scenes, the family of Caliph. They just dealt with a unfortunate griffin attack, and I coincidentally scared, or I lured the griffins away from them when they just dealt with the attack, and the father of the family was brutally wounded, but I offered potion to heal him, and the wife was thankful. She didn't, she kind of recognized me, I think. He had a very worrisome reaction, as I see here. So that's where that left off. And we basically bolted out of there thinking, regular bolted out of there thinking it was going to get probably too complicated. So not right now. We heard thunder, seeing lightning up ahead. So I think it's fairly obvious that we need to seek shelter or find a place to set up camp. And currently we're on tile 7-8. So if you guys can see it, 7-8 is going to be, let's see how close can you guys get? Or did I just get closer for you guys? There we go. This little loop-de-loop is right in my face. Ticket, please. Uh, oh, 7-8's right here. So 7-8, we are just entering the mountainous range. Now, enter mountains, mountain range. These are not tall peaks. These are fairly normal looking hills and slash mountains. I'd say the more northeast we go, the more mountainous it becomes, the more higher peaks it becomes. Now, we have to roll to see uh, the chance of rain. Is the weather picking up? Let's say, grab the chart here. Is the weather picking up? I'm going to say likely it is. Weather like wind, gust, the temperature's dropping, probably some drizzle. I'm going to say likely. So we're going to roll the D100. And 30, I think. Or no, 3. Oh my gosh, it is. That is within exceptional yes. That's a 3. Yep, that's the 0 range. That's a 3. I'm hoping I'm reading that right. But I rolled a likely. Or exceptional yes, unlikely. So 1 through 13. That means this storm is literally just about to hit. So storm, I'd say third, yeah, I'd say the storm just about to hit. It arrives, and we quickly need to seek shelter. Is are there any? Let's see, how should I phrase this? Is Breglar able to seek cover nearby? Let's see. It being a mountainous terrain, just at the forefront of it, just at the foot of the mountain, say there's probably going to be shelter. So I say very likely, just to give them a chance. Without, yeah, I'd say very likely. Whoops. 49, so very likely 49. We're gonna get a, he does. Yep, that's just a basic yes. So yes, the answer is yes, follow your expectations. Okay, so regular, we find shelter. I'd say we're gonna find um, just a small cave. Uh, is it gonna be a cave? Likely. Yes. Wait, 49? Oh, 49 again? Really? No, 46. It is. It's a cave. So we regular find shelter in a cave quickly. Since the rain is let's see the condition of the rain. Fifth, oh, okay, 5. It's yeah, it's starting to rain. Well, I didn't really give a expectation on that. Let me try it again. So I say nearly certain it's going to start. It's pouring rain right about now. Nearly certain. So 84. It is, yeah. So it's pouring rain out. Not hazardous, not hurricane, but it's just pouring rain. Now, while we probably got drenched, we don't have to roll for that. Um, Reglor is in this cave entrance, and he is looking around. He doesn't have his torch. We tossed it. So, um, and we don't have a cave on this. Perhaps we discovered one on the map. Perhaps we discovered a cave. And can can Breglor see out while he's standing at the cave entrance, not daring to go deeper in it? Can he see down the cave? It's nighttime right now, so he doesn't have any light source. Is the moon out? Like, can we still? I know the probably cloudy, but I'm guessing the moon. Let's do 50-50 on this. Is the moonlight strong enough? Uh, Depends if the moon is in the sky, but the clouds are just coming over it. Here's a question for the Oracle. Is the cloud cover covering the moon? I'm going to say very likely on this one. 29. Yes, it's covering the moon, so we lost moonlight. Is there any ambient light? I'm going to say very unlikely. 49. Very unlikely. Yeah, there's no ambient light, so we are in complete darkness. We don't know any magic to conjure a flame, so it's nearly dark or complete darkness. Well, I wouldn't say complete darkness. You can still kind of see at night. I'm gonna say it's very dark. Now, while we're kind of camped up against, I say Preglor is just kind of leaning against the wall, watching the rain, almost vertically run by. Let's roll against this discovery meeting. I want to use this discovery meeting table, see what we can get. So the first one, we'll do an action. 98. Wow. 98. Surprise. Something happens. Okay. Surprise. I'm going to roll. If I do these random events, I'm going to do a star inside the line, not outside. Surprise. And then I want to do the description of the surprise. What is the surprise? 97. Valuable. We found something valuable. Interesting. Oh, I like that. Valuable. Regular sees something. Is it shiny? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, I didn't choose a. Is it shiny? I Let's just say 50-50 on this. 89. It's not. 89 is it's a strong no. It's not exceptional no, but it's very borderline exceptional no. He sees something very dull or very. It's a different color than the cave's um the cave walls, but he's able to notice it. Now, what is it? He sees something. So equals we found something against the cave. Found something of value. Cave entrance. All right. Well, what we can do, we can roll with the Iron Sun item list, see what they have to offer. Let's try this out. So I have all these folders here. Let's pull the camera back a bit. And I think I believe there's an item list here. Let's just take a little gander through. Summon generators. I really do like this item list because it's still a D100s. Ireland names. I don't think there's actually going to be, sorry, items on this. I forgot if there is. We can always use the original Oracle. This backlash. Action. Yeah, I don't see anything really regarding items. That's okay. Let's just go to the. Oh, this will be good. Um, let's see. We have objects and artifacts. This is the tables for all. Tables for one. 70. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a D20. Go back to D20. 9 or 6. Yep, down the bottom 6. We find a key. Now that is intriguing. We find a key. I'm gonna keep this open because that might come in handy. I think the Starch Forge one will be more favorable for the than our next campaign. We find a key. We just found it. So it's a dull key. Wow, we have great vision. It's a dull key. It's not shiny. I'm just putting not shiny because we just rolled it if it was shiny. Now, if there's a key here on the ground, is there anything else with the key? Because that's really easy to pick out. Is there anything else with the key? Let's say Very likely. 90. Oh, that's a 10. So, oh, wait, 19. I'm sorry. Like that. 19. Very likely. Yes, there's something else with the key. Okay. Wait, hold on. If there's a key, is there a dead body? I'm wondering now. Like, do we see the key on a dead, like a skeleton or a just a fresh corpse? Let's say I'm very certain, very likely. Is there a dead body with that key? 45. There is. So we see a dead body. 45 is like mid-range. Yes. So we also freaks us out for certain because the rain and the darkness. We're able to make out that there's a body there too. Uh, a dead body. Looking kind of probably. It's probably just like this against the side of the cave, against the wall. And uh, now this dead body, is it a who is it? Let's see if we can figure out if we can trying to figure out how to phrase this question because it's basically okay, I'm not idea. Is the body like ripped apart? Let's 50-50. 21. 50-50. It is. So this body's been this is the cave for the griffins. Shit. The body's ripped apart. Fresh meat for the griffins. We just and 21 is basically it's a yes. Um we find the cave. We the dead body, it's ripped up. It's gruesome, terrible, terrible image. Ripped up, claw marks, probably a loose limb or something like that. This is why I love solo play because sometimes the oracle is not necessary because of past events leading up to a discovery. And the fact we found a dead body with ripped up, it's brutally just disfigured. Uh, I think now does Bregler we can probably we know this story wise, but does Bregler connect the dots? Ooh, see, this is where we're kind of separating our GM left brain from the character right brain. Does Bregler realize this could be the cave of the Griffins? I think he's smart enough to know that we're not too far from where the Griffins were, and this cave is conveniently close by the farmland. Sorry, the fields. I'd say very likely that does Griffin, does Bregler know this is the cave where the Griffins could be from? Very likely. 42. Yeah, uh thinking this cave is the Griffins. So stupid. Yeah, we're very stupid right now. This is bad. And it's raining, and most likely the Griffins are now I again, fantasy lore, if the Griffins in stories would travel in the rain or bad weather, do they? Let's just roll for this is for lore. Would Griffins travel in the rain? I'm going to say very unlikely. But these are our Griffins. 16, of course, 69 again. Very unlikely. No, they don't. Okay, so they don't. That's a lore question. Um, I'm gonna say Bregler takes the key. Does he have time? I'd say there's a couple options here. We can loot the body. Let's have Griffin loot the body. Or Griffin. We'll keep calling him Griffin now. Let's have Bregler loot the body. And does he find he first he takes the key. He's gonna take the key. That's obvious. So loot, take key. So we have to add that to our inventory now. All right, we're going to. For a second, I thought I wasn't recording. I don't know why. I just thought like, wait a second, did I even bother? We're going to add a key back in our inventory because I think we have one already. Yeah, we have one before this from earlier, way earlier in our adventure. Um, I have a feeling the Griffin is going to be a whole new quest or a separate storyline. The Griffins. We take the key. Now he's going to look through the pockets if there are any. Are there any pockets to look through? I say nearly certain. 39. Yeah, they are. Okay, so regular looks through the pockets, knowing that the Griffins are probably on their way back, or maybe they're hiding out somewhere and the rain passes over. Is it still raining? Let's just say nearly certain it's still raining. 15. Yes, that's exceptional. Yes, it is still raining and it's terrible. Heavy rain at the moment. It's probably almost midnight. I'm gonna say it's almost midnight because it was 11 o'clock when we left off. It's probably well, yeah, probably almost midnight. Okay, while he's looting this dead body, does he recognize this dead body? Does he recognize the face of this person? I'm gonna say, hmm, is it a small world? That's the question. I'm gonna say nearly impossible. Does he recognize the dead body? Be interesting if he does. 24. Nope, he doesn't. Okay, so we'll let that slide. It's just a, is it a traveling merchant? I'm gonna say nearly certain it is. 25. It is. It's a traveling. It looks to be a traveling merchant of sorts. So, um, dead body. Can't spell. Dead. Can you guys see that? Okay, good. Dead body equals traveling merchant. This poor guy was probably traveling. So this obviously is some kind of path that shortcuts. Is this like this area, this road we're going on? I might have to do a new map detail of this, but very likely that this is this a path cutting through like a shortcut through the mountains. Very likely 38. It is, yeah. So this is for us. This is for our knowledge, and I think that maybe Bregler already knew this, but this is a lore. So star inside. Um, this path is a shortcut to Bishop, I think, was the town where I might have misspelled that, but I'm going to draw just a little additional detail on our map here. Just a little line to signal. So let's do this. We'll do like a soft little trail that cuts through the mountain to Bishop. There we go. Okay, it's just a little gentle line for us to remember. There we go. Okay, now we're rolling. So we now it's a traveling merchant, and all we have to do now is roll. Do we find of anything? Do we find anything in the pockets? This is 50-50. Well, okay. I don't think the Griffins obviously robbed him. They don't loot. They didn't loot him after they ripped him apart. I'm gonna say very likely we find something. Regular find something. Oh wow, that's a 1. Holy crap, that's the lowest I can do, or that's the strongest yes I can do in a roll. 0-0. Yeah, I think it's a 1, not a 100. I'm hoping I'm reading these dice right. 1. Yeah, that's exceptional. Yes, we find something extremely valuable. Um, find found a very valuable item. Just 1 though. I'm going to keep it at that 1, and we can go to our table for what it is. You guys can see. Yeah, we'll use this one. We'll use this. All the binders in the world. Um, let's see. What is this item? Let's see. Oh, I keep forgetting. D20. Oh, 11. It goes to 11. A wand. Holy mackerel! That's amazing. We find a wand. The merchant was just looking. He just has one on him. Probably selling it. We find a wand. This means we can do magic. Holy shit! We found a wand. I'm pretty sure I gotta pull the rules out for Karen. I'm pretty sure magic is a thing. No, no, no. We need spell books. Karen uses spell books. So with I'm going to translate that to this. We find a spell book because that Karen operates using spell books, I believe. We'll have to look at the rules here in a second, but we find a spell book, and that's how you can do magic. So here we go again. Okay, so for Karen rules, let's see. I'll just fix this little note thing popping up. Magic. Spellbook. Spellbooks contain a single spell and take up one item slot. Anyone can cast a spell. Yes. By holding a spellbook in both hands, reading its contents out loud, casting a spell adds fatigue to the PC's inventory. Given time and safety, PCs can enhance a spell without additional cost. If they deprive of danger, a will save may be required in terrible consequence. Blah blah blah. Now the spells. So we found the spell book, and now we have got to choose the spell book we find. I believe this will be at random. Okay, here's all the spell books we have. So we're gonna it's a D this is D100. So we're gonna roll this. 18. Yep, that's 18. We found a control plants. Ooh, that actually works out really well, especially being in the mountains. We can control plants. I like that. I wish there was one more because I'm gonna control the weather. But control plants. Control plants. There was no damage value on that. Again, I'm not too familiar with the spell books on this, but basically, here's what we got to do. It has fatigue, so fatigue is on the side here. With the chainmail, we already have one fatigue, so this is the last thing we can hold. Spell book, and it is a control, basically poison ivy at that point. Plants. Okay, while we just found this really great thing, something has to happen. So we we got to be a dick sometimes, you know. Um, we're gonna roll now for an action. We just found a spell book. Maybe Breglor is like, oh snap. Now, is it still raining? I'm gonna say very nearly certain, or let's do very likely it's still raining. Sure. It is definitely still raining, so don't worry about that. I don't even have to change the details. All right, let's roll for a random event. 59. Help. Uh-oh. Help. Okay. There's something about doing with help. Okay, this is gonna be an inside star. Help, comma. Now we have to roll for descriptor. 963. Natural. Natural help. Natural help. No, help the natural. There's something natural. Naturally, someone will be in danger. Someone will need some help. It's heavy rain, downpours. It's a route people take, travelers. So someone needs help. Maybe we hear someone screaming. Um, yeah, let's pin. Oh, you know what? I have an idea. Um, Nearly certain. Do we hear anyone screaming for help? I'm taking it literally. I just rolled another solid one. You got to be kidding me. I'm not cheating. I'm going to do it again just for the sake of it. Nearly certain. 4. Yeah, that's an exceptional. While we just picked up that book, we're like, wow, this is great. And it's raining. We hear a shout. Someone screams pretty close by. Someone screams help. Okay. And then Bregor, naturally, he's like, oh shit. So he's going to peek out. Does he see anybody? This might be actually a will check. Or, well, can we see through the rain? I figure out this question here. Does Bregor see anybody? It's heavy rain, 50-50 on this one. 27, 50-50. He does. That's 11 to 50 is a yes. He does see somebody. We see somebody. Now, is this person trapped? Most likely. Hold on a second. I'm just curious. 90, 39. Or, yep, 39. Heavy. Yeah. Okay. I was curious. Like, we see someone trapped, and I rolled heavy for descriptor. See if it's trapped under a tree, like a fallen tree, trapped under a heavy. I'll do heavy fallen tree. Surprised we didn't hear this happen when we were busy looting the body. But maybe we heard earlier the sound of something falling, or we just didn't. The tree just kind of slowly collapsed, and whoever got caught under it just happened so quick. So, oh, we gotta turn the page now. So we see somebody. How far are they? Are they pretty close? Let's do. We heard the scream in the rain, so I'm saying likely they're pretty close. 90, sorry, 20, 62. Yeah, 62. Ooh, barely. Yeah, they are close, but they're close by. Okay, close by. Okay, so I think naturally Breglor, he's going to run for it. He's going to try to help them, being the honorable person he is. Not pickpocket them. He already took care of that with a dead body, so that um, that addiction of his is covered. Now we're going to go help someone. So he runs over. Now let's do a. I don't. Does he get there? A couple of questions. We can do a roll on a dexterity to see if we can run through the rain without any trouble. The condition of. Let's see. How's the condition of the ground when he's running? Six. So or 19. It's decent. Oh, she's screaming. See, there's a couple of ways we can phrase this. Or I can just roll for the script. 68. It's official. Mm, I don't know about that one. I'm trying to re-roll for that. 74. Perfect. Official, perfect. It's a perfect opportunity to go. This is it. That's a perfect opportunity. I rolled perfect. So Breglor finds the perfect opportunity to run, bolt through the rain towards to where we hear her to scream. So run towards the scream, towards the person trapped under tree. Is the tree on the edge of a cliff? Let's say very likely. I'm kind of picturing this trail just kind of going like looping around up a mountain. Very likely it's on the edge of the cliff. 73. It is, yeah. So it's on the edge of a cliff, near the edge. It's that's a weak guess. Uh, near the edge. So hope you guys notice I'm kind of reducing my wording here just to kind of put more into keywords for myself. Remember, um, now the tree, the person. Let's get a descriptor on the person. Um, okay, so I have to do something really quick. Got to retrace my steps. Let's see. You guys probably figured out what I'm about to do. It's not exactly a spoiler, but I'm trying to see where we left off. The fisherman family. They recognize the Bulger, Gregor. Weapons hurts. Um, this okay. I I hope I don't see a note about it. A follow-up note. What I'm trying to look for. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I'm purposely covering up so I don't spoil it. This would be. There is a slight twist. There is a slight detail that might be over. That might be. I'm gonna go with it. I think. Okay, so does he does Bregler recognize this person? I'm gonna say nearly certain. For some reason, he recognizes this person. Well, is this person related to the, I already forgot the name, the Fisherman family? I'm going to call them the Fisherman family just for now. Nearly certain. 42. They are. This is, it's a young, probably a teenager. It's a kid, and it's the son of the Fisherman family. So we Bregler saw the kid from early in our adventure when we had the encounter in the forest when they were avoiding the dead guards and when the misfits ran into them. We recognized the kid. So near the edge, Bregler recognizes the kid, son of the fisherman family. So Kalai, what's the fisherman's family's name? Caliph, of the Caliph family. Caliph family. Okay, so the kid, this is good. Again, that's why I absolutely love playing solo. Um, he recognizes the kid, and so a couple things running through his mind. He's not worried about the formalics, like he's like, "Hey, I know you," kind of thing. He's just there to help the kid. So, but he does recognize him in that split second. We gotta do it. Is the tree? Is it a big freaking tree? Like, let's get details on the current situation. Is it a big freaking tree? I'm gonna say likely. If it can keep the kid down. 84? Yeah. Well, actually, likely. No, it's not. It's not a big tree. Okay, so it's not a big tree. But he is a kid. He's probably, say he's 10, 12 years old. Not a big tree, but it's just big enough compared to him to hit it, maybe knocked him out, or like maybe it tripped and he fell over. Oh, is the tree on top of him? 50-50 on this one. I have a reason for this roll. 50-50, 22. It is. Okay. I was hoping like he's on the edge of the cliff or like the tree knocked him over and he fell off and he's holding on for dear life. But it's not. 22. The tree's on his is the tree's on his legs. Let's just say that the tree trapped on his legs and um he's stuck, but he's pinned between the floor, the ground and the rock, and his foot's caught. So let's say pinned down, foot's caught between a rock. There's all sorts of little problems going on here. Foot caught. Okay. Regular is going to help him, and I think this requires a strength roll with only a 6 out of a d20. That's going to suck. We should be strong enough to help a kid. Well, may the tree. Hmm. Okay, first we'll try. Bregler was going to try. Is the rain still downpouring pretty bad? Let's say very likely. 42. Yeah, it is. So I don't have to change that. Is the tree? Let's do a strength roll to see if we can push the tree out of the way. We have to go roll 6 or under. You can just try to pick up the tree. Maybe let's say he tries to pick up the tree, the bark or the whatever it is. It's not a big tree. Because it's not a big tree, I'm going to give him a handicap on this one. Let's do 10 or less. Yeah, because if it was a big giant tree, no way in heaven he would do that. But I'm giving him some handicap on this one. 7. So yeah, okay, he's able to lift the tree barely because we give him a little handicap. Um, Breglor, I am Breglor. He lifts the tree. It's not over yet. Lifts the tree. I can't not spell today. The tree off of. Okay, he lifts the tree. I don't have to go into details. That's the one thing I'm trying to avoid doing in my notes is writing every single thing down. Like I take a breath. I exist. I walk, turn my head to the left. My eyes look and visualize. I don't want to do that. I just want to get the get the basics down. I have my video record of hearing me talking, so um on YouTube, there's the transcript. If I ever need to dive into something and to look up like a really small detail, I can get the transcript and just pull it off of that. But for now, I lift the tree, and um, did the lifting the tree help at all? Let's see. I'm gonna say nearly certain it did. 9. Yep, 9. It did, yeah. So lifting the tree, he gets loose. The kid gets loose. Regular helps him up. Okay, he's fine. Is he hurt? Let's say you're very likely he's hurt. 97. Holy crap. No, he's not. Nearly certain. Yeah, he's not hurt. That's a really strong no. He looks, yeah, he's not hurt at all. Maybe just a few marks, but regular surprised. Regular surprised. And it's still raining. I think regular is going to say, tell the kid, oh, there's a few things we can do here. We can say, let's get out of the rain. Where were you going? Let's get you out of here. There's a couple things we can do. It's like he's because it's heavy rain downpour. But let's and then maybe meanwhile the cave. So I'd say the most logical thing is to see if there's any cover nearby besides the cave. So is there any place nearby? Let me roll this first. 29, 26, empty. Empty. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Empty. So if you remember, the son was going to town, but maybe he came empty-handed. There was no doctor. He couldn't find anybody. Originally, he was going to go to Taryn, so that was the plot. That was the plot hole I had. He was going to Taryn, which was our hometown, but the route he's in right now was to Bishop, the town of Bishop, Bellhop. Sorry, I gotta think Bellhop, the town of Bellhop. So he decided to go to Bellhop instead. That was quite some time. Or maybe he thought we'll figure that out. I think I have an idea for that. Maybe he thought it would be better to go to Bellhop because Bellhop is actually a bigger location for resources. So it's a town compared to a small village. So regular screaming just because it's heavy rain. He's like, "Where are you headed?" He's just trying to help him out. And I'd say, does a kid answer? Nearly, of course, a certainty. He does answer. Tell him where he's going. 36. Yeah, he does. That's a huge window. He does. So the kid explains. Kid was going home. That's all he says. He says, "I'm going home," and um, I think Bregler kind of realizes, He's gonna ask him, "Are you the son of the Kella family?" And he's gonna ask him, yeah. So Bregler asks if he is son of the. We know he is of the Kellogg's family, Kella family. We know he is. That's a story fact. But does he? The kid's like, oh, he's surprised to know that we or just automatically assume we know this. And I think it's just because we've connected regular connected the dots from earlier that we remember the mother said my son was going, or someone mentioned the son going to get a doctor or left the area, generally speaking. Um, and for certain, let's roll. Does he say yes, basically? 50, 35. Yeah, he does. He says, yeah, he says yes. Um, so Bregler shouts, kid says yes. So kid says yes. And then um, Bregler said, I was just there. I helped your father with a potion. You can head back. Let's take you home. So we have this might actually be an addition to the current quest with the family. So yeah, let's add this detail. This is scene 3. Saved. We don't have names for any of these people. I really gotta get that done. Saved son on trail, fallen. I'll just put tree. Take him home. So we're getting pushed back on our main quest for the debt paid. Um, but that's okay. I think this is more important at the moment about this kid. So now so Regular's telling him we gotta get. I was just there, so Regular quickly mentions what happens from earlier. What happens earlier? Yeah, they put from earlier. I know this one's a little more overly detailed. From earlier, he offers, doesn't offers. He says uh, that he will guide him home. Does the kid? Now, here's the thing: we can help the son go home. Regular can help the son get back home safely in the rain and the griffins. Maybe he mentions that there's a griffin still out there. I'm going to mention that. Uh, mentions griffins still out there, still out. I'm saying does the kid accept our help? Because mentioning griffins is probably a big scare, and he knows that the father was just attacked by griffins. So let's see, nearly certain the kid, he could be, the kid also can be very brave. He's like, no, I can do this myself. But also the fact we helped him and the griffins are out there, it's heavy rain. He's probably smart enough to say yes. So nearly certain, does the kid accept our help? 39, 36. He does. So, okay. So we Okay, so, all right, so we gotta go back now. Kid accepts our help. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So I'm thinking about the other complications with the father, but that might actually add to the drama. Okay, so he just accepted her. It's raining. Is the rain slowing down? No, no. I should ask. Is it still raining heavily? Let's say likely for this one. 41. It is, but I think, yeah. I said the rain kind of softened up a bit. So still heavy rain. Let's just say still heavy rain because that's still a yes. So okay, we're starting. Okay, so we Regular and the kid go back to the fields. So doing that, um, let's roll for action. Whoops, lost my dice. Sorry about that. Let's roll again. Okay, random action. 90. Setback. Okay. Yeah, this was a setback. So I'm rolling setback. This was a setback. I think this is more of a metaphorical roll. This is more of a setback for our plans for our main quest, but not for the kid. Obviously, anyone's gonna get home. Let's roll for description. 78. Quiet. It's a setback, but it's quiet. We stay quiet. We're not mentioning anything of our quest that this is a burden. Like, God damn it, kid, why'd you have to get caught in this tree? Now I gotta slow down my quest. Jesus, we're not gonna do that. So, Breglor doesn't complain. That's basically it. Or it could be the kid. They could be the kid. Is it the kid who doesn't complain? Hold on. Is it the kid? That's all I'm saying. Likely 49. Yeah, I'm gonna 49 again. I'm gonna say it's the kid who doesn't complain, and we see that. I rather, yeah, it makes more sense for the kid not to complain. We're a grown adult. We're not gonna be like, come on, why'd you have to get caught under the tree? I think the kid is just like he just wants to get home. It's raining. We're not like we're not conversing. Um, should we make a character like an NPC for this kid because we asked for his name, like get some details about him? Then I think when we get back and the father and mother and daughter see that we just saved the kid's life, practically, and for any prior grudge the father might still have if he does fully recognize us, that will be water under the bridge at this point. So we're walking back. Is let's see, okay. We just rolled the setback. Kid doesn't complain. The kid doesn't complain about the setback. That's essentially what we rolled. So okay, we're passing the cave now. We're passing the cave, and not yet. I know I saw what I just rolled, but I don't want to do that yet. Um, did we reach the? Are we able to pass the cave? See, I just rolled conflict. I'm going to re-roll that. 74. Negative. Something bad needs to happen here, apparently, and this is not good. Something bad needs to happen, and let's see what it is. So I'm rolling. This prior roll was more for just a detail. So negative, conflict. Maybe this could be about me. Conflict, the character, not me, but Breglor. Let's roll for descriptor. 83. It's rough. I think this is more of a self-reflection about what's going on, like the crap that we're going through right now. I think while like we're walking with the kid, and I don't know, I don't think that like I don't think like we're covering the kid with like a big leaf or something or like a backpack with rain. I think we're both just kind of walking in the rain, but quickly, like walking quickly. Um, I think Breglor, I keep saying we, Breglor reflects on his troubles, on his situation, and he's just depressed about it. This sucks because it's heavy rain where we were like a third the way through our quest, and then this happened. We had to help this kid. Yeah, so it's just self-reflections. Okay, so I'm gonna say when we get back to the foot of the mountain, and now we're back in tile. Where were we before this? Where all this crap happened? 7, 8. 7, 8, right here. So now we're back into 8, 9, I think. Is that where the family, the Caliph family was? 8, 9, yeah. So we're back in the fields. We arrived. Now I say we, Regular and the kid. We arrived to the fields, and while we did that, is it still raining? I'm gonna say the rain was more focused on the mountain range. Is it still raining? Very unlikely. 15. Oh, okay, of course. 15. Is it still raining? Okay, it's yeah. So yes, it's 6 to 25. I'd say it's just lighter. It's light rain. I think it was far more heavier. It's light rain. Is the moon out now? Like, is there? I'd say likely. Is the moon out? Like from a distance? 45. It is. Yeah. So the moon's out. Moon's out. Um, moon's out. So clouds breaking up. This is a 50-50 random question for the Oracle. This is a full moon. 3. Shit. It's a full moon. And that is not a foreshadowing? No, me? That's a full moon. That's something I just felt like asking. It's a full moon right now. And we are tired. Regular is tired as F. Um, and so am I. So we got to the now, while we reach this point, do we see the Callus cabin or like farmhouse? I'm gonna say very likely 50. We do. Yep. So, okay. We see we see the house, the farmhouse. And I think that Bregler says we're almost there, so and I think we're gonna pick up. Does the kid pick up speed? Like, does he run? He's just happy to be home. Very likely, does he run? 95. He doesn't. That's a very high no. Why doesn't he run? I know why. But he knows. Okay, I'm conflicting myself here. Um, we're still just walking. We're walking now. We're walking. Doesn't seem to be run. Maybe the kid is just hold on, let me roll something for this. 40. Maybe I don't know. I don't think that's a. See, I'm looking at action description. I rolled enemies and heavy. So enemies and let's roll for descriptor. 93, I think. Yeah, 93. Strange. Oh, no, 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 no. This could be enemies. Strange feeling. No, this could be something else. I don't think this is like. Okay, so I was trying to go with is that I rolled enemies and heavy. I was saying like this the son because he's not running. The kid's not like running, bolting to his house like, "Hey, I'm home." We're walking. We're power walking at this point. I don't know. At first, I was saying like, "Oh, the kid's upset. He didn't find a doctor, but he knows that we told him about us giving the potions, but he felt like it was his duty as the son to find help. But he's coming back. He's coming back empty-handed. That's how I see. But now I'm rolling enemies and strange. Is this what I just rolled an internal conflict? 50-50. 48. It is. It's internal conflict. It's borderline internal. So it's internal conflict for the kid. Right now, like these emotions hit him. Internal conflict with the kid. Does he tell us about like what's running through his head right now? Like he's upset. He doesn't even find a doctor or anything, or he didn't have time, or he messed up. I think he was going to town. Maybe here. Let's change the law. I don't remember what we did in the past. Kid was going home. Yeah, I'd say no. He wasn't going home. I'm gonna change that. This is where I don't think we actually got that really pinned down. The kid was going to bellhop. That makes more sense in the time frame of things. He was on his way to bellhop. So let's say he went to Terran first. Oh no, I'm sorry. He decided to go bellhop first because it's a bigger town, more resources. Does the kid talk to us about it? Like, is he upset? I'm gonna say, nah, he's still pretty closed off. He doesn't complain. I'm gonna do very, very unlikely. Does he share that basically with us? 94. I'm sorry, 64. Very unlikely. He doesn't. Nope, he doesn't speak about it. This is just for the audience to know that that's one of like picture him like just internal monologue. He's not a failure, blah blah blah. This was my duty as the son, etc. So like he's his own enemy in that situation. Now I see those two roles what they really symbolize. But okay, so we arrive into the farmland. Now we arrive at the farm. Nearly certain is it's midnight. So do we see candlelight on? Is anybody home? Or first, let's ask. We arrive. Let's just write down. We arrive. We get to the house, and I still have that spell book. Um, Even though it's not really relevant in the situation. Well, it could be. FYI, foreshadowing. Um, hmm, does It look, is there anybody home? I'm gonna say a certainty for this one. 68. Yep, there is someone home, and now uh are they awake? Because this would be really weird. It's midnight, and the kid gets home super late. Hmm. Are they awake? I'm gonna say possibly. We weren't gone for too long. Maybe an hour. So let's say it's 12:30 right now. 12:30 a.m. I'm trying to track the time. So it's day one's been done with now. So now it's day two on our quest, our original quest. Day two. Are they awake? Let's say unlikely. 29. Oh, they are. Okay. Yeah, they're awake. There's let's see, they are awake. It wouldn't matter. I think the kid would just knock on the door and they'll open up for him. Okay. Now, what's Bregler going to do here? Is he going to take credit for this? Is he going to be? He's conflicted at this moment. At this point, he saw the father's expression when he first saw us again, but he just saved the son's life. That could be like, hey, we're even, or it might not even be a problem at all. That's the thing. There's three options here. So the kid is going to. I'm guessing the certainty. Does the kid knock on the door like really loud? 53. He does. Yeah. So the kid knocks. Okay. Does his mother answer? Father's probably healing, like it's healed through the magic of story, right? Plot. What do you call it? Plot armor, plot device. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say likely, very likely, his mother answers. Oh, what did I get here? 10. Yeah. Oh yeah. Indeed, the mother answers. I was hoping to be the father actually. Mother answers, and she sees the sun. Sun. We're all, sun's all wet. I'm standing. I'm standing. Regular standing, like kind of maybe off to the side a bit, just kind of like he's doing this, like his hands in front of him. He's just being kind of trying to be like a gentleman. Um, doesn't want to, doesn't want to make the situation too odd, basically. But I think he's just off to the side and he's just keeping his distance away. He doesn't want to get in the way of this little reunion. But the son, does the son start to like cry? The mother starts to cry. Do they both start crying, or like the mother is surprised to see him? We don't have to roll for this. The mother sees her son drenched in rain, mud, injured, probably there's a couple scratches, and she thinks, "What happened to you?" So they, um, mother cries, hugs the son, hugs her son, put her son, hugs her son. Does he cry? Because so far he's been pretty internal. Like he doesn't exactly show much frustration. Maybe facial expression like wise he shows frustration, but he isn't like really. He's not very outgoing. So he's trying to be like the heroic type for his family. The son, the father is injured, so it's up to him now to be head of household kind of thing. Um, in these stories. So does the kid start to cry? I'm saying very unlikely. Like he just stands there being hugged. Like yes, well, he's upset too. 47. Very unlikely. Oh no, he does start to cry. Okay, yeah. Wait, hold on. I phrased that wrong. Sorry. Oh, no, I got it. I'm sorry. I did get it. Yeah, yeah. 47 or 40s. No, he does not start to cry. So, yeah, son doesn't cry. Does the wife acknowledge us? Does the mother acknowledge us? I'm say nearly certain. Does she acknowledge us? 71. She does. So she acknowledges us. She sees us again. Us. She sees Breglor. I'm working on it, guys. I promise. Breglor. Now, she's probably going to be surprised that she sees Breglor. Likely surprised, but not too likely. She's likely surprised. Is she surprised? 13. Yes. Oh, that's exceptional. Yes. She's surprised and she shouts, "What happened?" Like, what happened? Kind of thing. Like, what happened? Was it the Griffins again? Did they attack you? What are you doing here? Kind of thing. Or what happened? Like, she doesn't hate us. She's actually thankful we brought the potion. She's like, what happened? Like she's looking to us for authority, like for question, like for like we have the answers. And okay, so Breglor or does the kid interrupt? I think the kids can try to like dive into this conversation. Though he's very quiet. Unlikely. I won't say unlikely. Does a kid answer? 11. Unlikely. He does answer. So the kid jumps in. Kid explains. I'm pretty sure we're kind of underneath a little entry, like a we call a porch. Just there's a ceiling above us. Explains. So we're not in the rain right now. Explains what happened, and he mentions that Redlor saved his life, and is the I have an idea. Let me roll for this. Guess erasers get everywhere. 13. A character. Okay, a character. That's kind of works out, and I'm going somewhere with this. A character. Gosh. 11. Cold. Ooh, I like that. A cold stare. It just says cold. While they're talking, we're talking. On the right, the father is looking at the window straight at us. Father looks straight, looks at us, looks through, or sees us through window, basically. Sees us, us. I'm never going to break that habit, am I? Sees Breglor through window. Cold stare. I don't think he hears what's going on that we just saved his life, but I think Breglor was expecting it, so he's looking back and he's not exactly doing anything. So Breglor looks back, and we'll leave it at that. So, uh, yeah, that's definitely not a surprise. I rolled surprise. That's definitely not a surprise. So basically, the episode cuts right there. The father, camera's panning, the camera's trucking in, zooming on the father's expression, and us, like we're like side by side. We're, yeah. So this is wow. Holy shit. That was great. My gosh. And my computer didn't crash. Hooray. I'm so happy. So there we go. We're back in the house. We delayed our main quest, unfortunately, but fortunately we saved the kid's life, and now we're back talking to the mother. The kid jumped in to talk, so he's explaining what happened. We'll get to that in our next episode. But um, back home, safe. Mother answers door. Father cold stare. I like that. The cold stare. Ooh, that's a great title too. Let's do the title for this episode, which is tradition. I'm trying to make it tradition. Um, the cold stare. I like that. The cold stare. Okay. Well, guys, thank you for the YouTuber who told me about this one, the commenter. This has been an absolutely fantastic Oracle. I love it. So simple. It's It works with my prior video talking about, hey, I want to use percentage die, and it has this little system that works with unlikely and possibility and likeliness and certainty. This is a great adaptation between my original, very, very original, not my original, my OG method, the Oracle I use from Solo Adventures Toolbox, I think it's called, where it's just a 1d6, and 1 through 3 is No, I think 4 through 6 is yes. That's basically all it was with the modifiers. So plus one, two, four, I think. Again, or it was no, I'm sorry, it was D20. Um, yeah, 1 through 6 was no, 7 through 12 was maybe, eight, 13 through 20 was yes, and then there was plus two, four, and six as a likelihood boosters. Opposite of that for unlikelihood. But yeah, and then I did once use the D6 was just 1 through 3, no, and then 4 through 6, yes. But that was great. And here's the funny thing. Earlier today, when I become really addicted to playing solo RPGs, and that's fantastic, keeps me busy. But if I take a day and a half of not doing it, I start to lose like, do I really want to go back to this? And this is why I love going back to it because it beats my expectations. Because if my last episode is meh so, episodes like this where even though there was no griffin or enemies to encounter, the little event was saving the kid's life, getting back, and all the little internal monologue and like the great little scenery building. That's what I love about doing this. So that was episode 7, The Cold Stare, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And on our next episode, if I don't forget, we're going to focus on the family, and I'll get to that in the next episode. So I'm trying to step back a little issue I had from the family's origin story, and I have something I promise you in the works for that. So it's my longest episode actually, I think, for this series. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.